Welcome back to Third Coast Podcast. We are in Alexandria at Huckleberry Brewery, and I am joined with, for the first time on the show, who's usually in the background editing out all the mistakes that we make on the show, Mr. Zane Fontenot.
Hello. They let me out of my cage. I'm here.
And then to my left is Mr. Wayne Dubrock from Know Your Crowd Events, who invited us to come out here and do some interviews this afternoon. So how are you doing this afternoon?
Doing all right. I appreciate y'all having me. And more importantly, thank you for coming out. Great to have this.
My boy.
Awesome to be on the podcast. I've listened to it all the time and always try to keep up with you guys. I think it's awesome that y'all started from just a couple alcoholics in a bedroom to
Yeah.
One psychopath named Jacoby Pace.
Yeah, I just think it's cool, man, because y'all are doing something big and it's growing bigger. It's growing bigger. And that's a cool thing. It's not just staying where it's at. It's actually, going good. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Y'all hit us up. Know Your Crowd Events LLC. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Wade Dubrock, WAYDUBROC. Just hit us up. We do any kind of event, live music, private parties, funerals, weddings. I'm an ordained minister. I can marry you. Whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, anything. I can marry you or bury you. Anything.
Magic show?
I can try. Yeah. There's YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah. When did you become an ordained minister?
3 or 4 years ago, something like that. And I've got 3 weddings under my belt, and they are all successful.
Good.
So they're all successful right now, and I'm happy for that because I only do it honestly because I don't charge people to do it. I don't believe in making money off of connecting two people that love each other. But I just do it because everybody kept asking me if I did it, and I was like, I guess I might as well go ahead and get ordained. Why not?
You're like a celebrity.
Yeah, why not add it to the plethora of stuff that I can do? I mean, it's a service, so why not?
I asked my friend to do it for ex-wife number 2, and he did it.
Yeah,
and he'd never done it before, but he's like one of the guys that I love that says yes to stuff.
Yeah.
It's so important. I live my life by saying yes. And he's like a great friend at the time in my band. Talked to him every single day. Engaged, asked him to just check out the process, get ordained.
Yeah.
Yeah, he married us.
Yeah. It's a wonderful
Lasted 5
feeling.
years.
From this side of the table, it's a wonderful feeling because, man, like the first couple that I married, I still see them. They're friends of them. They're good friends of mine. And so like when I still see them and hugging and just being whatever, and I'm just like, cool, that worked.
So what led you down the road to like just start hosting events and wanting to do this particular thing?
Long story short, as short as I can get it, I'm a musician and we do a lot of metal shows and rock shows and stuff like that. And around this little small town, you either have bars that have the PA or you have to have your own PA. And as a singer, the PA is my instrument, so I have to have my own stuff. And so I started with a small PA, and I would throw our concerts, and then it just kind of grew from there. Just kind of like that, y'all. Just kind of like, oh man, I need to upgrade these 2 things. They're not no good, And then next thing I know, I need to, upgrade my monitors, and then my subs, and then this, and then that, and I love bringing bands in. I love bringing a good time, as cheesy as it sounds. I love bringing people together, and I love it's an aggravating thing. I've been doing this since noon today. I'm sweating my things off. I don't know how PG y'all should say.
No, you're fine.
Okay, and I just
it's a labor of love.
I love bringing it together. At the end of the night, when it's all going good, you can sit back and just sit at the mixing board and just look at everyone having a good time, fist bumping and dapping and hugging, bringing people together. Like I ain't seen Zane in probably several months, 6 months or so.
Yeah.
And so it's cool to bring people together and, bring fans, like the show tonight that we've got tonight, man. Killer lineup. Open up the show. We've got Stone Crop. After that, we've got
Never seen them.
You're really gonna like good rock and roll band, good hard rock and roll band.
So Aaron Simon told me
kind
on
of
the way
like
here.
a Motorhead esque kind of type of thing.
Copper Singer, Trainwreck Method.
Yeah,
I was talking to him on the ride here from Lafayette,
nice.
and he said that the singer is like impressive to him. Like he loves the shit out of that singer because he has dynamic range and he does some very unique things that does it well too.
And they do a lot for the community too. They do a lot of
Really?
live sound, and they donate a lot of PA and stuff like that to help out and stuff like that. So they're good guys.
Donate PA.
Well, like
How
as
much
in
PA they got?
like as in like if somebody's hosting an event, they'll let them borrow their PA.
Oh, right on.
Things like that, And then up next we got Cheater Pipe coming from Lafayette.
My boys.
They are awesome. If you haven't checked out Cheater Pipe, you really should do that.
Like the last 25 years. I'm gonna play a couple of
yeah,
songs with them tonight.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That would be amazing. That would be
My
amazing.
boys.
And then of course headlining coming from Lafayette, we've got my boys Vermilion Whiskey. I've been trying to get these guys here for easy 2 years now. It just schedules never work out. It just you know how it goes. It's like, oh no, I can't this week. Oh, I can't, but I can do it next week. Well, I can't next week. And
they're good.
All three bands were available, and I hit the venue up. And if I would have had to rent a venue somewhere else, this show was going to happen somewhere because it needs to happen. So,
is this the main venue for Know Your Crowd events?
Yes, for the time being, yes. Trying to do what we can. I say that because this is one of the only venues around town that is all ages and that will let me throw metal shows.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really cool. They let us kind of do what we need. We bring them business. They let me promote stuff like that. So it's a win-win.
What happened to the other brewery in Pineville?
They're still there. Fighting Hand.
Yeah, Fighting Hand. Yeah.
The only reason I don't.
We played the first show over there.
Yes. Yep. I booked y'all there.
Yeah. It's freaking awesome.
The only reason I don't book over there very much is because it's 21 and up. And that really, around here, that literally cuts off half your clientele, if not more. So it's an awesome venue. It actually sounds great in there because it's inside. But
that was a big turnout that night too. That was the first show.
It packs out really good, but there's just no money. In the long run, there has to be money in the end for me, for the bands,
right?
Things like
bands,
that,
money. What are you talking about?
Hey, give me $22. What you talking about?
Oh yeah, I got like $11 to go to right outside New Orleans. Like, I just keep your freaking $11, dude. Drove 2 trucks from Lafayette to New Orleans.
So Joe, have you heard of any of these bands?
No, I have not.
So you're in for a treat then.
You lie, Joe. Come on,
you're in for a treat.
I know Cheetah Pipe.
Yeah,
Cheetah Pipe.
Yeah, that's how you know Cheetah Pipe when you say Cheetah Pipe.
Yeah,
that's how you know them.
Dude's been.
Yeah, this is gonna be a great night. We really do think so. And thank you, Third Coast Podcast, for coming out. We love having your presence here. We love having everything here, man. For the listeners out there, y'all check it out. Look at all this merch.
Joe's got tons of merch.
Y'all hit them up
for sale.
Hit them up. They've got everything from matches to download things to bracelets to stickers to other stickers to T-shirts, multiple colors, a bottle. Come on, hit them up. Buy their merch.
Joe's wife making these T-shirts
because as I also know
I help.
This is where a lot of the money comes from local businesses and stuff. So I try to
yeah, we
I think it's
we
really
only
cool.
sell our shirts. We try to just give away everything else to try to push the name out there. I
yeah,
guess
for
you would
sure.
say.
Yeah, definitely.
But
That's kind of I just bought all new equipment to make all my own hats, and like I made this hat and to make my own T-shirts and all that stuff for stickers and everything, so that way I can.
you got a Cricut.
Yeah, got a
Cricut Pro.
I got a Cricut Pro. I got a Cricut. I got a press. I bought a hat press.
We do old school. We got an iron and some parchment paper to get.
I was supposed to get a
logos on
shirt
there.
from episode 200. I still didn't get one.
Well,
that was like
it's
over a
these-
year ago.
It's the same shirts.
Okay, I need one.
I need
tonight.
this shirt. I need that.
The
shirt.
orange.
Yeah, I need that.
The jack-o'-lantern.
I love orange. I love bright colors like that, man.
Yeah, me too.
So
They've been holding up. They hold up.
so is this
pretty
the
well.
first concert y'all have done live?
No.
No, cool.
Every year, actually, I just got off yesterday with the phone with you know Charlie Murray from the Iceman special.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
We got invited to go do Fed again this year to do
Awesome.
interviews
Excellent.
out there.
Killer, man.
It'd be our fourth, say our third year fully there. 1 year was during the big C word, so
Yeah.
so it wasn't a lot of interviewing. We just got really drunk at like 3 in the morning and just sat in a room and talk
more
shit.
just talking.
But yeah, we're going back out there again. We did New Orleans at Hell Yes Fest Comedy Festival in
Awesome.
last November, and then
That's great.
That was fun.
That's great.
and then
That's great.
RIP to D-Max, who hosted our first live show. We did a live show on stage with Zane ran the PA system for that.
That's really cool.
R.I.P. to Jacoby Pace's wallet and keys that night.
You know, D-Max closed, huh?
Yeah, I read they posted that. That's a
But-
shame.
But this ain't about us. This is about you. So, is it just? I know,
Steal the
like
show.
you have a lot of metal background and a
I'll
lot
do
of
anything.
friends.
I'll do anything, man. Like, yeah, a lot of people.
Boy bands.
A lot of, hey, I mean, it makes money.
What?
Uh,
I need to make money.
A lot of people assume that because I do metal, like I'm a metal musician myself.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I like to stick to. That's actually quite the contrary. It's kind of a pain in the butt to do metal shows and rock shows with all the switching around and all that stuff. You know, like I'll do country. In fact, I just hosted the Waymores out of Atlanta, Georgia. They're a signed folk band. Just
Good.
hosted them here a couple weeks ago. In fact,
Make you a skilled mixer.
It was. I was hanging up somewhere. We got their poster up here, and I do country acts here. I'll do comedy. I do Chuckle Fest here sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Chuckleberry is what we call it. And we'll do like a festival. It'd be like, say, from about noon to usually about 11 o'clock at night, you know, just comedian after comedian after comedian. Maybe throw in an acoustic act in there just to kind of change things up a bit. So, because if you I've learned if you keep just one thing going all night, people really get bored with that, you know.
Well, if you got
Variety.
if you do comedy, I got somebody I can line you up with to help you with that. Some local comedians out in New Orleans,
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I'd love to hit them. Tell them to hit me up, man.
I was bothering them the other day, like, hey, y'all want to do a phone-in interview? Because we did we had 6 different comedians, and some of them, Canada, California, New York,
Nice.
Florida,
Oh,
and I just hit them all up. Hey, y'all want to do phone interview? Want to do phone interview? And they all said yeah.
yeah.
But
Excellent.
I know two for sure comedians in New Orleans that probably they came up to do Fed. So
Okay.
They might want to come up and do a video
And I'm
with
affiliated with the FET, so I'm affiliated with Indie FET down there. So I'd like to get you guys down there. Like they always, every year, Winter FET and River FET and Winter FET, they always give me the honor of hosting at least 2 or 3 hours of metal, rock or metal downtown.
What?
And I'd like to get you guys maybe up there to come set up 1 year, maybe for Winter FET or River FET.
Ooh.
That would
Oh,
be
we'd
really
do
cool.
it, too.
You know, that would be awesome. Have y'all set up off to the side, you know, and do an interview with the, be great for y'all, you know. But yeah, man, I just love doing this. I just love bringing people together. I love music. I love comedy. I love hanging out with people. I loved it more when I drank, but now I can actually remember the next day. So
Yeah.
so now I'm enjoying it more since I quit drinking, you know, and stuff.
Good.
But I'm enjoying this, man.
It's like drink all you want, just don't get drunk.
Is
yeah.
that hard though? Like, because we're sitting right in a brewery,
In a brewery, a badass brewery, by the way.
and you don't drink no more. Does that?
It's one of those things like and this is gonna sound so cliche. You can't realize that you want to quit. You have to realize you need to quit. I quit smoking cigarettes, nicotine. I haven't had nicotine in 11 years, and I quit cold turkey.
You're a freaking G for that.
Everybody asks me, how the hell you do it? You
Willpower.
can't want to quit. You have to need to quit, and that's when you go there, because there's a difference.
Oh, yeah.
You can want anything. You can want this bracelet, but you don't need this bracelet.
Mhm.
Well, actually, you do. You need this bracelet. Get this bracelet. But you see what I'm saying? Like you have to you have to just make yourself. I'm doing it. And honestly, I didn't quit because I was an alcoholic or I didn't beat up on nobody. It wasn't nothing like that. I quit out of honestly. I got tired of the next day looking at my bank account and realizing I spent $250, $300 and can't even remember half the night, because I drank hard liquor,
Yeah.
and so it was, and it just got to where it just got old. I'm 43 now. And,
I remember those Wayland days.
yeah, I was wild back then, and now it's just like I need to calm down and relax, and now that I have this business and I'm trying to start another business on the side, and that
Oh, what's this?
I'll keep that one a little more
Oh,
under the blanket right
wraps.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, I still remember the first
Until I
time
get illegal and everything,
I
you know?
met you when we were kids.
Yeah, man. Many years, over 20 years ago. Easy.
You were top half submerged inside the engine bay of a school bus. I only saw your feet. Dusty brought me to you and Clint.
Yeah, we were working on their bus. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
dude. And you are all up in this thing, like turning wrenches,
Oh yeah,
getting shit done.
That's the way I was, man. I used to help bands out back then. You know, now it's just a different level. Now I just put on shows instead of helping them out. You know, I just that kind of
Oh,
fella.
yeah.
You know,
Dude, you've been helping this scene for years and years and years.
just doing what I can, man. And y'all look out for us. Know Your Crowd Events LLC. Y'all check us out. Instagram, Facebook. I'm quick to comment, quick to reply. I will work with you. No party too big, no party too small. I don't care. I work with you with price. There's no set price for anything. It's all about how I feel and how you are. So hit us up. I would love to work with you.
This is a great venue, too, by the way.
Yes, this is a fun venue.
Like, it's special.
Yes.
It looks great. Sounds
JJ,
good.
the bartender, is one of the coolest cats you're ever going to meet. Like, he's super, super awesome. Like sometime in the middle of the night, y'all need to, the one with the backwards hat right there.
Mhm.
Y'all need to get him over here for
With
an
his
interview.
cheetah pipe shirt.
Yeah, he's really cool. He's a cool cat, man. But yeah, other than that, we're just ready for tonight.
How long have you been hosting underneath?
Underneath this moniker, if I had to say, I'd say 5 years,
No shit.
3 to 5 years, something like that.
All right.
Since it just all gets scrambled up, you know. I'm sure you know with all the scheduling and stuff, you know. And then, but I've actually been hosting my own shows before I started an actual company for easy 15 years now. You know,
Beagle Club.
yeah, Beagle Club. You know,
I might have saw you at the Beagle Club that night.
if it was a metal show
Yeah,
out
a
there,
picture of me and you.
Yeah.
if it was a rock or metal show out there,
Big Joe.
I was probably the one that threw it because I hosted 80% of the fucking show.
Because Gingivitis was one of the people that opened for it, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not for sure.
Yeah.
That's the first time I saw his band play. And they were badass, too.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. I like it.
So after tonight, what do you have going forward?
I have another. Let's see if I can get my phone out real quick. I have a couple events going on. Next weekend, actually, up here at the same spot at Huckleberry Brewery. I have some touring bands coming through. Twin Span. I have. Let me get my list out here. I have a terrible memory. All right. It's terrible radio, right? Here we are. Yeah, I have Twin Span and then KOD. Twin Span's out of Lafayette, and then KOD is out of Shreveport, I think, Shreveport area. And then we have the Train Wreck Method. They're gonna be playing.
Yeah.
They're gonna be playing next week.
Boys.
Yeah, so they'll be out
Boy.
here. And that's gonna be fun. So it'll be Saturday, June 1st, right here at Huckleberry Brewery at 4724 Sturks Road in Alexandria. So y'all hit us up. Know Your Crowd Events, always putting on the best shows. So make
Hell
sure
yeah.
to come out for that. This is all my events that I throw. I try to make them all ages because I want everybody to have fun. I don't want there to be the excuse, man, I would have came, but we had the kids. Or, man, I would have been there, but I had my little boy, man. No.
Well, like, you know, we're 40
Yeah.
plus or whatever
Yeah.
with kids. That's kind of the only way we get to come to shows now if our kids can come.
Yep. And so, and then after that, that's going to be a really awesome show. And then after that, I have, let's see, I have one more booked date here. I haven't quite got the bands yet. And I've got a few bands, but I don't want to release any names yet because still waiting. July 20th, we have another rock show coming up here. So,
You're staying quite
Wailing
quite
with the
busy.
secrets.
yeah, man. And then after that, I have a private party that I got to do, 2 private parties that I got to do, DJ work too. And talking to somebody about a wedding. Just trying to work out numbers and get numbers right and stuff like that.
A wedding's a big payday, right?
Those are all the fun. Well, they're also the funnest because you can go there prepped. You know, like you wanted as much prep work as you needed from everybody. You know, like I like to tell them to give me a list of songs that they want to hear. That way I know exactly what they're going to, you know, and it's just a lot more fun because it's the same cheesy thing as whenever I was talking about ordaining people. Like I love bringing people together, you know, and I just think it's awesome. I think it's really cool, you know, so, but other than that, man, just kind of relaxing and taking it easy. I got a bunch of new gear. I'm trying to learn how to use most of that stuff.
I'm trying to sell you my gear.
If I buy your gear, my
Dude, I
wife.
almost brought that
If I
Behringer
buy your
tonight.
gear, I will be having a divorce deal.
I got shit for sale. I got too much.
Hit up Zane Fonda.
Oh,
If you need a passive PA, hit me up. I got a real passive PA on for sale for cheap right now.
Like PV Black Widow
Yes.
style shit.
Zane's turning the podcast into swap shop.
It's a swap
Yeah.
shop. No,
Zane
but
swap shop.
I appreciate y'all letting me get on here and
Yeah, man. You're
shoot
freaking
the poop.
coolest.
And I've always been a big fan of you guys, and now I get to sit in front of the banner myself. I get to be, on the camera.
Yeah.
Before you run off to do all your heavy business,
Yeah.
what is your
Live
favorite
mixing.
experience from hosting live events, and what's your worst experience from hosting live events?
Okay. When I say my favorite, okay, I'm gonna say my favorite as in it gave me the kind of the most joy. Was one time, coincidentally, my band was playing here from the Gallows. We were playing the show, and this little girl came up and she was rocking out right up front, and her mom kept trying to pull her back from the stage. And I assured her mom that it was okay. And so the little girl stood up there and was just rocking out the whole time. And I hopped down on the big speaker, and she don't know our lyrics, but I just handed the mic to her, and she was just like rah 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 rah, rah. And like she came to me after the show and got my autograph. And I'm not nobody, but she gave me a big hug, and she said the little girl told me, she was like, I will never forget this night. So that was kind of a
Cool.
That was kind of a night thing. It's like,
Yeah.
that kind of warmed my heart,
Yeah,
And then the
that one
worst.
sticks.
I guess if I had to pinpoint any kind of worst, it would be
In-ear monitor band. I remember that.
yeah.
What's that?
That was a tragedy. It was a band that showed up here, and they all had I won't say who they are, but they all had in-ears, and they all had wireless, and they all had this and that.
They all
They
had
didn't
complications.
but they didn't have any cables to use none of this. They didn't have any batteries. They didn't have any of this kind of stuff, and they expected it from me. And then they got mad at me because it didn't sound right. And I was like, well, sorry about that. But that ain't the worst thing. That's just typical musicians being weirdos and forgetting their stuff, The worst thing I think would probably say, obviously being I'm a sound man, is technical difficulties. We had a special event here. I won't name the event, but we had a special event here, and most of the singers only sing about this loud. They sang real low. And I was
cranking
I'm cranking everything up, but then I'm feeding back, and they're wondering why everything's feeding back. And I'm like, man,
blame the sound guy.
yeah, and they blame the sound man, and so and the whole night everybody was just looking at me, pointing fingers, and giving me that smug look, and as technically a hired person here, I have to bite my tongue, and there's my company, so I got to keep my composure,
Yeah.
But that embarrassment for something that was not my fault was probably the worst. And I've dropped speakers, and I've I've done stuff like that. That was probably the where I just wanted to grab my head and just rip my own head off, but
Because you can't fix it.
now one of the funnest times that I've had, best was the little girl. One of the funnest times was literally when I hosted. I had the honor, the pleasure to host Dead Man Circus reunion show. I think it was after like 15 years, 17 years or something when we hosted it here. And we ended up having, I think it was close to 700, it was 600 people, 600 something people here.
Damn.
That was my favorite moment here.
Imagine that 600 people packing this whole thing. Dude,
It was incredible.
the crowd was to the gate.
My band opened up.
The whole packed crowd was all the way to the gate. It was insane, and I loved that because I got a picture of it. Me when I stood behind Dusty Hayco, the man, playing drums. I took a picture of the whole crowd, and it was almost the epiphany of my career. I was like, wow, this is great.
These are our mentors. These are our local legends.
These aren't signed musicians. These are just dudes, really. They're just dudes, and they're nothing really, except for just.
But they're freaking special,
Yeah,
and they showed us the way.
The thing is, they've made a connection. That's what I try to do. I try to make a connection with younger people. I am so quick to book young bands. What I mean by that is like youngsters, teenagers, things like that. If I hear them and they're not just as terrible, if they're not just terrible, then
come cut your teeth over here. Come
yeah,
learn what it's like to
especially
play
if it's
live.
like Indie Fed or something like that, man. Because what chance do these little bands have to play on a big stage, on a big PA, ran by a professional, things like that? Like it makes them feel like a superstar, even for a day, even for an hour. So if I can help out to give some little kid, some teenager, some adolescent, whatever, the encouragement or the spark in their ass to do something.
Yeah.
That's
work harder. Come here
and
show us what you got, because that's what you want to do.
Yeah, hit me up. I'll book you. I don't care who you are. I don't care what age you are. I don't care what kind of music you play.
I got a question for you.
I might not have an answer.
No, you'll have an answer. Okay, 2 questions. How many live shows have you mixed now? Because I know it's a bunch.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. Like counting before I started my actual company.
Sure.
Okay.
Are we over 100? Or 50 to 100? That's a big number.
Close to 100, if not more.
Okay. Have you fallen in love with live mixing? Is it like a passion? Do you still get excited?
Yeah, I do. I really do. I still get aggravated with it, obviously, because there's still stuff that I'm learning. But just like any kind of technical stuff, it's
lifelong
like,
learning.
I know it can do it. Why ain't it working? That type of thing. But other than that, yeah. Like I said, it's the enjoyment. I enjoy bringing people. I won't host my shows. Like any show that I have that I'm playing, I won't host them. Or if I host it, I hire someone to take care of everything.
To mix?
Yeah, to mix.
Yeah, you can't do it all.
Because I want to focus on either mixing or I want to focus on performing.
And mixing is like playing an instrument.
It's more because you're doing it while everybody's doing it. You're not doing it just for 30 minutes. You're doing it while everybody's doing it. Because I'm not that type of sound guy that just sets it and then leaves the table and walks away. If I walk away, I gotta go use the bathroom or get me something to drink or something like that. And now, thanks to technology, now I have like tablet in my hand. So now all somebody do is call me on my phone. Hey man,
the Behringer changed the game.
Yeah, I've been inside here and somebody called me on my phone. I had my thing in my hand. They called me and was like, "Hey man, the vocals are too loud." Turned it down. Just turn the vocals down from in here.
Wow. Well, that's impressive. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, man. Everything runs off my tablet. I can actually run it off
Behringer
my phone.
X32.
I can actually run it off my phone if my tablet happens to crash or whatever.
Yeah,
it's an app that you put on your phone, and it's pretty convenient. It really is. And then the main perk of it I found is, you're not front of house no more. You don't have to have the front of house set up no more. Like the board right in the front. So therefore you're taking up all that space. You got the cables going up to the thing. Then you got, you're blocking the view of, if you got a canopy up, you're blocking the view. So this you've seen out there, it's all wide open.
Yeah.
Like the rig is set up on the side of the stage, and then I just walk around with the tablet.
Brand new XR18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tonight I'm actually using the Venues XR18, the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't got I got to get a Wi-Fi for mine, a hotspot, because sometimes it'll connect and sometimes it don't. And I'm just like, I'm not going through this.
That's right. Do not trust the internal.
Everybody
router.
said that, and I was like, "Oh, I'm going to trust it. Don't worry about it." The first time I plugged it up, it logged on. Second time took me a while, but it logged on. Third time wouldn't log on. And these ain't at concerts; these are at my house. Because I'm smart enough to try it at home first. And I, like, as of right now, I still can't get it to connect. And I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go buy me a thing. And so that's what I'm gonna go get me a Wi-Fi and just glue that sucker to the inside of it and just run it direct. That way, don't have to worry about nothing.
Contingency plans.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to be. I'm not very smart when it comes to all that technology stuff, but
Well, they make it easy now, but have a laptop ready. I always think about that shit.
Yeah.
Everything's breaking. Everything does break when I'm like running shit.
And especially when you're outside, you also got to take into factor you're outside, the humidity, the dust, the wind on the microphones.
It's an outdoor venue, by the way.
Yes. And if you notice, they're closing in this area right there because it's eventually going to be.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, they're making it to where when it rains, we can still do shows under the carport.
Excellent.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering how that's going to sound. It's probably going to be loud as.
It'd be real loud, I would assume.
Imagine all of us.
I want to play inside here one day. Or only play. Look, I've been here when it's like 22 degrees outside. I've been here when it is 92 degrees outside. And playing outside is a different animal.
Yeah.
Especially if it's cold. That's like the nightmare of guitarists.
Yes, it is. I hate it.
Frozen fingers don't do shit.
And I hate it, like trying to plug in things and you're trying to plug in a thing. Good to go.
Yeah. Well, we got to close it up. I know you
Yes, I got a lot
you
of
got
work
a
to
show
do.
to run.
Yes, I still got a lot of stuff to hooked up. Know Your Crowd Events, LLC. Hit us up, 318-451-7136. I don't care what your event is. I don't care what your party is. I'll do it.
Birthday party.
Yeah, stripper party, anything. I don't care.
Excellent.
I've never done a stripper party, but I'll do it.
Oh, you'll do it.
I'll do
Yeah,
it.
he says
My
he'll
wife
do
might
it.
not like it, but I'll do it. But Joe, I really appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me out, Joe.
Joe's the man.
Zane, always a pleasure, brother.
Love you,
Thank
man.
very much. And Third Coast, make sure you keep up with these guys because once they hit that high, that big old wave, man, they're gonna take off big, and they're gonna. Hopefully, they don't forget about all of us small people once they go. You know, they're gonna be second
Third
down from
Coast.
Joe Rogan on Spotify. Watch, you know.
Got long road, but
Joe is a warrior.
Eventually,
well,
that's the ultimate goal, to be the best, at least the best in Louisiana.
Funny thing is exactly what I listen to Joe a lot, and exactly the things you're saying is exactly what they used to say when they started his podcast. You know, and you know it can happen. All it takes is the right person. You know, that's all it takes. And y'all are cool people. Y'all do a good job. Y'all are consistent. That's
Okay, that's the most impressive thing about Joe.
It's
And I've
consistency.
always said since I started is there's no quit in Joe.
Yep.
It's just keep going. Don't
Got to.
quit.
You got to.
And that's how you succeed.
Because all that work would be just going to waste for no reason.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
and
man.
I know this won't get released until then, but if you hear it now, come on out here and check out Know Your Crowd events.
Badass bands tonight.
Yes. Don't forget Stone Crop, Cheater Pipe, Vermilion Whiskey,
Oh yeah.
Know Your Crowd Events LLC, and Huckleberry Brewery.
Thank you, Waylon.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you so much. And we are out. Peace. What did you get?
Awesome, dude. That's fun. You too.